Hello everyone, welcome back to FGtech Tips. Today I'm very pleased to be able to share with you guys my impressions on this triangle RGB light panel kit from Cololight. If you have ever heard about the Nanoleaf panels, you already know what I'm talking about. We're basically talking about these triangle light panels, easy to attach anywhere, so to any smooth surface in order to create any shape you like. This could be, for example, a great option for your gaming setup, but also great for creating a nice environment and atmosphere while working or watching movies, for example. If you see here, I have two boxes, so this one is the starter kit, which is mainly the main unit, which includes the controller, the power supply and 6 panels. You can get it for around $154 or 140 euros. If that's not enough for you, on top of that, you can also purchase this other box, which is the extension kit. You can get it for around $57 or 52 euros, and this is going to include additional 3 triangle panels so that you have more flexibility when you're mounting them. If you are interested in the purchase, you will find, as usual, below in the video description all the links and also an exclusive 5% discount on your order using my personal code. You can also see already a big difference with the Nanoleaf in terms, obviously, of pricing, since the Nanoleaf triangle kit is about $180 for just 7 panels. But we should also keep in mind that the Cololight panels here are not touch, so that's maybe one of the major reasons why it's cheaper compared to the Nanoleaf. Great to know anyway that we have full support to Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant and Elgato Stream Deck. Also in a couple of weeks we should also have Razer Chroma support, making this device even more interesting for all the gamers out there. But I'm working on that, so more on that in an upcoming video on this channel. Anyway, follow me in this video review for more details. So let's check immediately the box contents. We see we have the Cololight triangle extension and the actual starter kit, which is made of 6 triangles. The extension box contains additional 3 modules, so that we have a total of 9 triangles. As we can read from the box, we have full support to Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, but also the Elgato Stream Deck. At the sides of the box we see this warning saying that 5 GHz Wi-Fi networks are not supported, therefore you need the 2.4 GHz one. At the back we have some specs of the lights and the QR code for downloading the mobile app. On this other side we see the support to music, so the light will be reacting to the music that we play. Now let's check what we have in the starter kit. We start with the usual manual. We see then the triangles, which provide huge amount of flexibility with the contacts at each corner, but also in the middle of each side. Therefore we have a total of 6 contacts for each triangle, which should help us in the installation and being also creative with the design we want on our walls. We can also see how thin they are. We will check the dimensions later on. We have then this 24 watts power supply, everything we need for connecting the triangles and for the wall mount. You will also see we have this Y-shaped connector and an audio cable, and those are mainly to be used if you intend to use the music mode, so that you can have the triangles reacting to the sound or music you put on. Then we have the controller with 5 different buttons, and this adapter that will go between the power supply and the controller. Now this is the extension box. We can see at the back of this box it is exactly the same as the other one. We also get the same user's manual and the same wall mount accessories and connectors, plus obviously the 3 additional triangles. Now for the dimensions, we see each triangle is 18.5 centimeters large, with a thickness of just 0.8 centimeters. The controller also has the same thickness, but it's 11 centimeters wide at the longest side, while it's 7.5 centimeters at the other edge. As we said already, we have 4 buttons. From top to bottom we see the music mode, the dynamic mode, the monochrome mode, and if you keep this pressed you will change also the brightness. And then we have the power button. The controller can be seen as the main brain of this kit. This is where you can control the light effects, turn it on or off, but it also enables the usage of the kit with the app using the integrated Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connections. I am now opening the case, and inside we can see a microcontroller based on the Espressif ESP32. It has integrated memory and a dual-core chip, also an integrated Wi-Fi module up to 150 Mbps, and the Bluetooth version 4.2 module. I think it also has an integrated microphone, since the music mode also works without a 3.5 jack connected here. On the board we can also read the hardware revision I got. The mounting process is extremely easy. We start with the power supply and we connect the power adapter. We connect its end anywhere we like in the triangle. As we said, we have 6 connectors in each triangle, so we have a very good flexibility. Once the power is connected, we can insert the controller where we desire, and after that we need to take one of the provided connecting plates. Now it's important to pay attention at the arrows, which are indicating the direction of your light. It's starting obviously from the power supply, and now it's going through the first triangle. Then going through this second triangle, and going out from the bottom left corner as we can see here, and so on as you continue assembling it. Obviously the more panels you have, the more creative you can be with your design. I think 6 is just the bare minimum, so these 9 are already a much better option. But with 12 you can also be much more creative. Be aware that, by the way, 12 is the maximum amount of panels supported by this power supply, so for now you can't go beyond 12 with just one kit. Now, before proceeding with the wall mount, I would suggest you first to plan your custom design, and in order to do that I found useful to lay down old components on the floor and then started experimenting multiple shapes. For this first test, for example, I tried this star shape. It looks quite cool in a dark environment. I'm now switching through the different dynamic modes using the M button on the controller. Then I went for this other shape, which is more compact than the previous one. So something like this is recommended if you, for example, don't have much space on your wall. For example, it will fit above your monitor and desk. After trying several shapes, I think I will go for this one I'm showing right now. Now, for wall mounting these triangles, you should make sure that there is no dust at the back of the triangles and also that the wall is clean. I'll start sticking 3 of the provided adhesive tapes, and then I will start installing them from left to right. Just pay attention at the direction of the connecting plates, since it will be very hard to remove the triangles once you stick them to the wall. So just for being on the safe side, after installing the first 3 triangles, I'll just do a quick test in order to check that everything works as intended. And then I will continue with the remaining modules. if you did an error in the order, or for example, if you put the connecting plate in the wrong direction, you will see some of the triangles lighting up, so that you are warned that something is wrong. And here the final result. Now we just have to install the Cololight app. I'm searching for it in the Android Play Store, but you can also use the QR code you find on the box or in the user's manual. I suggest you create an account or you will have limited actions in the app. Once done, you can swipe up and down for the preloaded dynamic effects. For the static colors, you simply swipe to the right and change color again with an up or down swipe. You can also do a custom effect, as I'm showing right now, but I cannot find a way to create a dynamic effect. As you can see, there is only the static effect selection here in the app. Anyway, you just have to redesign the pattern you have on your wall, telling also to the app the order of your triangles. Then you can customize the color for each one of them. But for some reasons, as you can see here, some of them are being colored together. I'll need some other tests for investigating further into this function. As you can see, we also have sliders for setting the desired brightness, as well as the speed of the effects. From here we can also create some custom dynamic effects, but unfortunately still using one of the preloaded patterns as base. So we can't build a new dynamic effect from scratch. And that's probably the major limit of this app. I think for most of the time I prefer to have the static color, since it's less distracting, and maybe match it with my other components, as in these examples here. Music mode is also fun. I set it for the Cololight kit for my monitor using the Lightme PC kit, and the music mode was also activated for all the components in my PC through the Asus Aura software. Amazon Alexa setup is super easy. You just have to enable the Life Smart Smart Home skill and add the Cololight triangle to your device list.
Alexa, turn on Cololight triangle.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off Cololight triangle.
And that's everything for this video, folks. I have to say I love the flexibility in terms of installation thanks to the 6 connectors for each triangle. This really gives you great flexibility and freedom for the wall mount installation. Another positive point in my opinion is the maximum brightness, which is more than enough also for bigger rooms. And also the music mode is surely a good plus, especially if you have, for example, a PC also supporting that, as we saw in my video. I was also very impressed with how thin and light these panels are, with a very thin edge that will help the overall lighting experience. Anyway, I think there is a space for improvement in the Cololight app, which currently doesn't allow the creation of custom dynamic modes. This is obviously possible for custom static profiles, but I would really love to create my own custom light animation, similarly to what is possible already with the Asus Aura software. I have anyway addressed this question to Cololight directly, and they assured me that a more advanced software is under development right now, so I expect this feature will also be out for us all in the near future, which makes this product almost perfect for my usage. In the meantime, there are anyway plenty of preloaded dynamic scenes, so we can't really complain here. I also noticed some light halos at the corners of the triangles, especially when the brightness is too high. I guess there is no immediate solution for that, unless you lower down the brightness from the app. But it's anyway something I also noticed with the more expensive Nanoleaf kits. So these are my impressions, guys. Now the decision is up to you if you need these cool LED triangles. I hope you anyway enjoyed this video and found it useful. If so, please leave it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video.